All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the AI Crypto Combine. Now, if you're new to the series, essentially what we're doing is we are going through the top 200 crypto projects and we're using AI to evaluate them like it is the Combine. And so essentially what the Combine is it's where all of the athletes will go, hoping to get drafted into, the NFL or whatever, and they compete in a series of athletic evaluations. And so we're going to be using that same exact framework, except instead of athleticism, we're going to be looking at the four key aspects that are basically going to determine whether this is a fundamentally sound project. And so we're going to be using AI. We're going to be using it in a very scientific manner. And so we're going to be removing all of our biases, all of our opinions, all of the rhetoric that we see on Twitter and whatnot, and we're going to just be using AI. It's like a test, like you can see, right? It's like an exam. And so the reason that we're doing this, the reason that I'm putting this series together, is because this is something that would have saved me a whole lot of pain and suffering. When I first got into crypto, I got in basically right here, the middle of June 2017. I sold my second company for 230K, and I continued to buy the market all the way up because I thought I was a genius and because I was listening to people like this. And if you listen to people like this, if you follow this degen behavior, you might make money in the short term, but you will lose in the long run. You just will. You cannot succeed just being a slave to your emotions, and that's what this is. It's So anyway, we're going to be using AI, and yeah, it has many benefits. It's faster. It can consider more information. It's more of an expert. It can really dig into the code more than I personally could, and so on and so forth. And so the framework that we're going to be using to evaluate the projects is that laid out by Sam Altman here in his talk at Y Combinator, How to Succeed with a Startup. It's very, very applicable to cryptocurrency projects. And so without further ado, let's jump in. All right, Axelar. Just seeing if we're lagging. I think we're all right. Axelar. All right. So moving through, like I mentioned, Sam Altman's How to Succeed with a Startup framework. That's what we're going to be doing. I think I'll just shut the website off. We don't necessarily need that. But the first thing, number one, what we want to do is we're going to be looking at 6 key aspects of this project. We're going to be looking at the idea. Does it solve a significant underexplored problem? What is the unique selling proposition? How convincingly do they communicate it? Once we determine sort of the idea, we're going to be looking at the product, the execution, the adoption, the community, and team. And each one of these will get ranked out of 10. And that will determine the overall score. But the first thing that we want to do is we want to go ahead and just get a kind of a non-technical sort of executive summary of what Axelar is. What does it do? So let's paste that in here. See what we come back with. So Axelar is a decentralized network designed to facilitate secure cross-chain communication and interoperability between different blockchain ecosystems. It acts as a bridge connecting various blockchains, enabling seamless transactions and data exchange across otherwise isolated networks. In the crypto ecosystem, Axelar positions itself as a crucial infrastructure project that enhances the connectivity and functionality of multiple blockchain platforms. The project is primarily made for developers, enterprises, and users who need to interact with multiple blockchains without complexities typically involved. So it's very, very technical by the sounds of it. So this is where this system of using AI really comes in handy, because this, to be quite frank, I don't understand this shit. Or I get the concept, but if I was reading the white paper, it's over the top of my head. So what this is going to do is we're going to go and analyze all of the technical jargon, the white paper, the blogs, the GitHub, so on and so forth, and we're going to easily understand the distilled information that artificial intelligence is able to give us. And you can see here, we're coming back with a grade of 9. So addresses a significant underexplored problem in the crypto ecosystem, the challenge of blockchain interoperability. Its unique approach and robust solutions offer outstanding potential for improving cross-chain communication. So pretty solid review there right off the rip. So we can post that in here. The project's real-world applicable technology, however, it may face scalability and security challenges. Okay, cool. So, don't need to regenerate it. I will take this. Take this full answer and I will put it in here. And so anybody who is interested, the link will be in the description. You can come do further research yourself, check it all out, and get a better idea for what we're doing. So next thing, as you can see, we are looking at what is this project's unique selling proposition, and how convincingly do they communicate these innovations compared to existing solutions. So Axelar's unique USP is the ability to provide secure and seamless cross-chain communication, which is a significant improvement over existing interoperability solutions. The project's innovative approach, coupled with its clear communication and strong market potential, sets it apart in the blockchain space. So you can see here evidence and logic. You can see essentially everything that it's pulling from the white paper, and we will chuck that in there. So we got a 9. So we got nines across the board there for idea. That will obviously give us a total of 9.0. Alright, moving forward here, so let's see, does the project have a functional and user-friendly product that meets market demand? So it's a fantastic idea, but ideas aren't worth anything without an actual product. So let's move forward. A highly functional and user-friendly product that meets significant market demands for blockchain interoperability. It's technically feasible. Okay, all right. I mean, sounds pretty solid so far. Grab the full answer here. So 9s. This is what I need to fix up in the template here. We have an old answer. Just get rid of this. Paste that in, and we have 9s for the product. So 9 for the idea, 9 for the product. Let's see what we get back here with execution. So essentially with this prompt, what we're doing is we are looking at the roadmap. We'll go and just have a look as it's loading. Critically analyze the website, white paper, social media, evaluate the team's execution on their vision, focusing on efficiency, agility, so on and so forth, and then evidence the claims to come up with the score. So we can look at the GitHub activity, social media updates, community feedback. What did we get overall? Another 9. I mean, this seems to be a pretty common occurrence here. 9s for Axelar. So paste that in. Pretty solid score. Chuck that in there for the full answer. 9.0. All right, now adoption. So we want to see, are people using this? I also want to better understand, like, the website was bugging out my computer. It's made it go all laggy, so I assume it's some pretty heavy duty stuff going on. But actually, it's like who would use it? Like specifically, give me that avatar. Like, you know, enterprises, developers. I get that, but yeah, it's obviously the technical stuff. So here we're looking at token holders. We're looking at token holder growth, active users, and total transactions. So reasonable level of transactional activity, right? I mean, it seems like it might be something that's sort of more needed down the line when there's more infrastructure built out and you know. But yeah, let's chuck that in, 7.8. Finally, we have community and team that we want to understand. Did I grab the full answer? Yes. So community and team. Basically for this, we are analyzing two key things. We're looking at the engagement and we are looking at the, are we 4, are we 5? This is 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to fix this. We're looking at the engagement and the sentiment. So basically, how active is the community and what are they saying? Are they all like, people demonstrate good community engagement and support, particularly on Telegram. While their Twitter activity is moderate, the overall community sentiment is positive and user interactions are strong. There's room for improvement in engagement to reach high scores. 7.8, so, not too bad. Not too bad for community. So, another 7.8. Alrighty, grab the full answer here. Chuck that in, 7.8. And then finally, the last thing we want is the team. So we just want to understand who is behind the project, what is their credentials, background, so on and so forth. And we will get a good idea. So I used to have a LinkedIn methodology and a non-LinkedIn method. And literally with the introduction of GPT-4o, it's honestly, it's crazy how it just goes out and finds the people's backgrounds, the team's backgrounds. So it's named them, what do they do, so on and so forth. 8.7, so it's a solid team by the looks. We'll grab the summary here. Grab the summary there, grab the full answer. So if you're interested in this this little sort of use case of AI, putting together a community where it's basically focusing on the mastery of 3 key skills, but it's really the key skills that are going to be needed to succeed in this new economy that we're moving into. Like how much this is a very rudimental way of evaluating investment potentials. What do you think it's going to be in like a couple years, and how would you like to be, trying to get a job without knowing AI? You're literally competing against this analysis that's this fast and like this accurate and considering this many inputs. And that's just one example of AI. So it's a community of people, who are interested to study AI, get ahead of the curve, AI, crypto, and community building, because those are the 3 key vehicles that I believe are going to be, at least from what I can see from my vantage point, those are going to be the 3 key vehicles to at least have a good understanding and grasp of moving forward. So the last thing that we're doing is we're just calculating the overall score here, and Axelar overall 8.5. So all right, so solid project overall. Last thing that we just have a look at is the price action. Obviously this is where you wanted to be buying when no one was interested. We have since pumped pretty dang hard from there. I'd be looking, at least for me personally, I'd be looking for at least a retreat. There's so much downside on this thing, like so much potential downside. You can't be stepping in anytime soon to buy this, at least in my opinion. No reason why we wouldn't go back to 88.6 at some point. I don't think. Sort of around here is where I'd begin to sort of get interested. Till then, can't touch it, but solid project nonetheless. And that's a review. So I will see everybody in the next one.